Hello and welcome to Svenglish, where you can learn English with Sven. Today we are looking at using will to express the future in negative sentences. I made other videos about using will to express the future in positive sentences and for questions, and other videos on using going to for the future. So feel free to explore other content to find what interests you and watch those videos. But for today's video, we will focus on using will to express the future in negative sentences. So we will look at what that is and why and how we use it. Then we will look at the structure. We'll look at different examples using different subjects. And then there'll be time for some practice at the end. So when do we use will to express the future in negative sentences? So we use that when we want to emphasize the fact that something won't happen or isn't intended to happen or isn't planned to happen in the future. So we are expressing like a refusal or a lack of intention for something in the future. Now that means that if you are in a professional context, so if you're speaking English at work, you would say things like, I won't see the client tomorrow. I won't attend the meeting next week. The client won't come to the presentation. If you were in a social situation, for example, if you were on holiday, talking to people in your hotel in English, then you might say things like, we won't go and visit the new museum, or I won't try that restaurant, or I won't go shopping tomorrow. So in terms of the structure, when we use will to express the future in negative sentences, the structure is going to be starting with the subject. So I, he, she, it, we, you, or they, followed by will and not. So will for the future, not for the negative, but we're going to contract it into one word, which is won't. Okay, subject plus won't, followed by the verb in the base form, so you don't have to conjugate the verb, followed by the complement. Let's look at some examples, okay? I won't work hard next week. So I'm using will for the future in a negative sense to express that my intention is not to work hard next week. And the structure is, as we discussed, it's going to be the subject. So I plus will not contracted into won't. So won't, the verb in the base form work, and the complement hard next week. I won't work hard next week. Another example, he won't play football tomorrow. Okay, that is the intention for the future. That is what we're emphasizing on. And the structure remains the same. Subject plus won't plus verb in the base form plus complement. He won't play football tomorrow. Another example, she won't finish the report soon. Okay, always with that same structure. It won't rain later today. We won't study English together. You won't make pasta for dinner. They won't go for a walk. All right, all those different examples of making sentences using will for the future in a negative sense, all right, using different subjects. Okay, so now it's time for you to practice. I want you to try to remember that structure that we talked about. I will give you some different sentences, 7 different examples with the words in the wrong order, and I want you to use that structure to rebuild the sentences and put the words into the correct order. All right, we'll do the first one together. Next week, hard work, I won't. So I start with my subject, so I, then I use will not contracted to won't, so I won't. The verb is to work, stays in the base form, so I won't work. And the complement, hard next week. I won't work hard next week. All right, now you're on your own. Number 2, here's the words, put them in the right order. Tomorrow, football, play, won't he. Your subject, won't, verb, complement. He won't play football next week. Okay, number 3. Report soon, she won't the finish. She won't finish the report soon. All right, 4 more. Later today, won't it rain? It won't rain later today. Okay, number 5. Together, we won't English study. We won't study English together. Okay, 2 more. Dinner for pasta, you won't make. You won't make pasta for dinner. Okay, last one. For a walk, they won't go. They won't go for a walk. How did you get on? Did you get everything right? I hope you did. If you didn't, you have to go back to the start, watch the video again, check the structure and try again, okay? Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found it interesting and fun, and I hope you learned something. We looked at making sentences using will to express the future, negatives. All right, so we looked at what that is and how, when and why we use it. We looked at the structure. We looked at examples with different subjects, and then we had a little bit of practice at the end. Feel free to comment in the chat. Give me some examples of you using will in the future in negative sentences. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. And I will see you again soon for more Svenglish, where you can learn English with Sven. Bye.